So, if you're an engineer wondering if the book AI Agent Engineering in Practice is for you, well, you're in exactly the right place. In this quick explainer, we're going to break down its core philosophy, how it's structured, and what you can really expect to learn. All right, let's dive right in. The book kicks off with this really powerful statement, and it sets a super practical tone right from page 1. It's drawing a clear line in the sand. This isn't about creating flashy demos or clever chatbots. Not at all. Instead, the entire methodology is built around one single, crucial goal: getting an AI agent to reliably complete a real-world engineering task. This focus on verifiable completion is the core idea you're going to see in every single chapter.
Okay, here's our game plan. First, we'll look at the book's ultimate goal. Then, we'll get into who this is really for. After that, we'll unpack its three-part structure and the three core techniques it teaches, before wrapping up with the specific skills you'll actually walk away with.
So first up, what is this book truly trying to accomplish? Well, it's all about laying out a complete roadmap for getting real work done with AI. And what's so interesting is the scope here. We're not just talking about that one moment when some code gets generated. No, the book covers the entire engineering workflow, from taking a fuzzy, kind of ambiguous request and turning it into a concrete spec, to actually doing the work, and, this is the important part, verifying it before it's ever considered complete. It's a full-cycle, deeply practical approach. Next, let's talk about who this book is actually for. Figuring this out is pretty key to knowing if it's going to be a good fit for you. So the book is really specific about its audience. It's written for practicing engineers and tech leads, people who are ready to move beyond just, playing around with prompts. It assumes you're already working in a development environment and you're familiar with tools like Git. So if you're looking for a no-code intro or a guide on how to pick the best model or just some clever conversational AI tricks, this really isn't it. The focus here is 100% on engineering discipline. So, how is all this information put together? Well, the book is laid out in a very logical three-part structure. Let's see how it builds on itself. The book organizes its whole approach into three distinct layers. It starts with the foundation, which is prompt engineering. Then it adds context engineering on top of that. And finally, it wraps everything in what it calls harness engineering. This structure is designed to build your skills up progressively, taking you from just defining one simple task to building a really robust system that can manage complex work safely. All right, now we're getting to the real heart of the book's methodology, the three core engineering techniques. You can think of these as the pillars that support the entire system for getting agents to actually complete work. The first layer, and really the foundation for everything else, is prompt engineering. But it's probably defined a little differently than how you're used to thinking about it. And here's the key difference. A prompt isn't just some casual instruction you type in. It's treated as a formal prompt contract. Think of it like a spec that clearly defines the inputs, the outputs, and the acceptance criteria for one single unit of work. This approach creates a stable, repeatable foundation that you can then build on top of. So, building on that foundation, we get to the next layer. Once you've defined a single task, how do you manage all the information over time? Well, that's where context engineering comes into play. Have you ever been working with an AI agent and it just seems to forget a key instruction halfway through a task? Context engineering is the solution to that exact problem. It's the discipline of giving the agent stable, long-lasting information, things like project requirements or decisions you made earlier, so it doesn't lose track of its assumptions. It makes all that critical information both visible and durable. And finally, we have the third and outermost layer, which is all about safety and reliability. This is harness engineering. This is the operational framework that you build around the AI agent. The harness is what allows the agent's work to be executed safely, automatically checked against your criteria, and then reliably retried or restarted if something goes wrong. It's kind of like the seatbelt and the airbag for your AI-powered workflow. Okay, so after you learn these three layers, what practical skills will you actually be able to walk away with? At the end of the day, you'll have a set of concrete, hands-on engineering skills. You'll be able to turn a vague idea into a structured prompt contract. You'll know how to use things like context packs to keep an agent focused. And you'll be equipped to build verification harnesses and safety protocols to make sure everything is reliable. Each one of these skills maps directly back to the three layers we just talked about. And this all leads back to the central question that the book is really designed to answer. The challenge isn't just, can an AI produce code? It's how can you, as an engineer, build a system that guarantees that work actually reaches completion? This book offers a structured, engineering-led approach to help you find that answer.